Welcome to the second part of our tutorial on coordinate systems. In our previous lesson, we learned about the two types of coordinate systems that are used by Inventor, the Cartesian coordinate system and the polar coordinate system. In this tutorial, we're going to learn how to convert polar coordinates to Cartesian coordinates. Let's begin by activating the line tool. I'm going to place my first point at the origin point, 0, 0. The second point I'm going to place manually using the polar coordinate system in the heads-up display. Right-click, Coordinate Type, Polar Coordinate. Okay, the distance will be 8 units, tab to register, and the angle will be 30 degrees. Tab to register and press Enter. Now right-click and Done to close the line tool. Okay, I've just pulled in a diagram of this polar coordinate mapped on the Cartesian grid. We see that the length of the line, r, is 8 units. The theta, or angle, is 30 degrees. Once again, we're dealing with a right triangle. In order to locate our point in the Cartesian coordinate system, we're going to pick up Pythagoras again. You'll remember from our last lesson that the three sides of the right triangle are the hypotenuse, the opposite, and the adjacent. The trigonometric relations that we're going to need to determine the x and y coordinates are cosine and sine. The cosine of the angle, or theta, will determine the x coordinate, and the sine of the angle, or theta, will determine the y coordinate. The sine of theta equals the opposite over the hypotenuse, or y over r. The cosine of theta is the adjacent over the hypotenuse, or x over r. From here, our x and y coordinates can be described as follows. Let's do y first. Y equals r multiplied by the sine of theta. X equals r multiplied by the cosine of theta. And let me close my diagram. Let's get back to Inventor. We'll go to the Model tab, activate the Parameters tool. Let's set up a user parameter, add numeric, and let's call this parameter x1. The units will be inches, and our equation will be the cosine of 30, that's our angle, multiplied by the distance of 8. Click outside to register. And as we can see, x equals approximately 6.93. Now let's add another parameter. We'll call it y1. It'll be inches as well. And our equation is the sine of the angle 30 multiplied by 8. Let's click outside to register. The y-coordinate is equal to 4. Let's click Done and go back to the Sketch tab. Activate the Line tool. Let's mouse over the point. As we expected, the coordinate has values of 6.93 in the positive x direction and 4 units in the positive y direction. Let's take a look at one more example. First, let's switch to polar coordinates. Right-click, Coordinate Type, Polar Coordinate, and let's enter values of 7 units, tab to register, 150 degrees, tab to register, and press Enter. Right-click and Done. Let's go to the Model tab now. Click on Parameters. Add numeric. We'll call it x2. The cosine of 150 multiplied by 7. Click outside of the field to register. So our x-coordinate is approximately 6 in the negative direction. Let's add one more user parameter. We'll call it y2. Inches as well, and this equation will be sine of 150, that's our angle, multiplied by 7. And that's our distance. Click outside to register. And we see that our value is 3.5 units in the positive y direction. Let's click Done, and let's check it. Back to the Sketch tab. As we expected, the x-coordinate equals approximately 6 in the negative direction, with the y-coordinate being located at approximately 3.5 in the positive y direction. And this concludes our second lesson about using the Cartesian and polar coordinate systems.